streaming from the Oklahoma's own digital studio. This is In the Spotlight with Robin Marsh.
Welcome to In the Spotlight today, and we love highlighting Oklahomans who truly have built something special, and really that's kind of an understatement with our guest today. We are thrilled to welcome Bob Mills. Thank you for coming and being in the spotlight today.
Robin, thank you for having me.
Bob, you have such a successful story. I mean, you've been in the furniture business for what, more than
54 years.
54 years. Still going strong. You guys are opening a store right now, is that right, in
That's
Texas?
right, in San Juan, Texas, down by McAllen, and then one in Brownsville right behind it.
You are in how many states now, Bob, with
3.
Bob Mills Furniture?
Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas.
Man, take me back to those days when it all first started.
Oh my gosh. Well,
how did it all begin?
I grew up in Bethany, went to Putnam City High School, graduated on 50th Street, and went to Southwestern State University on a music scholarship.
Really?
That's the way I got through college.
What instrument did you play?
Tenor sax.
Really?
And that's the way I got through college, was playing in a rock and roll band on the weekends. So it was a good time, but as everything does, it comes to an end. Mm-hmm. And when I graduated with a business degree and a music degree, couldn't find a job. Could not find a job. And my mother, I had lost my dad when I was 19 in a car accident, and I'm an only child. And my mother said, time to go figure it out. So you're on your own.
Wow.
And I went into,
huh?
There used to be a pizza place on 39th Street, Shakey's Pizza, and I went in there one rainy Friday night, kind of despondent, and saw a high school friend. And we started talking, and he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm looking for a job. He said, well, I work for an insurance company, and I'm looking for a clerk typist. Can you type? Oh boy, can I type? Can I type?
You learned quickly, right?
Quickly, can I type? But you got to come down and apply for the job. So I went down on Monday morning and applied for the job with National Foundation Life Insurance Company, that right across from Baptist Hospital. And they didn't want to hire me because they said, you're overqualified. You're not going to stay here. You're not going to do it. I begged them for the job.
You're desperate.
Paid $400 a month.
Oh my goodness.
$400 a month, but I had to have a job. Mm-hmm. So they finally agreed to hire me. So I'm sitting out there with the girls typing late payment notices, and once a week, one of the insurance salespeople would come by my desk, and we struck up a friendship. And he started telling me about the furniture business, and he used to be in the furniture business and all these things. But when you're a kid, you, as you told me earlier, one step from stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I was already that one step.
You've taken a couple of steps.
And naive. I didn't know to ask him, well, why aren't you still in the furniture business if it's that great? So we talked for almost 2 years.
Really?
And finally I said to him, what would it take to get in the furniture business?
What did he say?
He said, Bob, if we had $25,000, we would just be golden.
What year was this?
This was the last of 1970.
Oh, wow.
And we were going into 71. So I didn't have, obviously, I'm making $400 a month.
Yeah, where'd you come up with $25,000?
I knew somebody that had it, my dear old mother.
Uh-oh. Who just said you're on your own.
She said, you're on your own, but Mom wanted to help, and she said, I'll loan you the money. I will not give you the money. You're going to pay me back, and I want interest. Okay, Mom, whatever you want. So July 3rd, 1971, we were down on Southwest 29th Street in an old Safeway building, and we were in the furniture business.
Just like that.
And we started. So my mother thought, you know, I think I better move to Oklahoma City. She lived in a little town, Quanah, Texas, south of Altus. And she said, I think I'll move up there and help them. So she made the first sale. She sold a 5-drawer chest for $10 less than we paid for it.
You were in business.
But it was her money. It's her money.
Yeah, there you go.
So how are you going to say anything about that? But first year we did fairly well. But one thing I kept noticing Robin, we just didn't have any money. We were selling stuff and this and that, but I didn't really understand the word undercapitalized. So I called an old CPA friend from the insurance company and said, would you come look at our books? So he agreed to come out. He looked at them. We didn't have computers. He smoked unfiltered Camel cigarettes and horn-rimmed glasses and a straw hat.
We get the visual, yeah.
And he slammed the big ledger shut and he said, well, just as I thought, you're broke. And I said, oh my gosh. And my partner jumped to his feet and he said, listen, you don't understand the business. Thank you for coming. Send us an invoice for your time. And the guy's name was J.T. Thomas, and he died laughing. He said, invoice? You didn't hear me. You're broke. You couldn't pay it anyway.
You couldn't even pay him.
He said, well, you couldn't pay me. Why would I send you an invoice? And so I thought, oh my gosh. So my partner told me after he left, don't worry, everything's great, everything's fine. The next week, my partner walked in the door with a set of keys and a piece of paper. And it was his half of the company and the keys to the front door. And he said, I'm out of here.
He bailed.
He bailed.
What'd you do?
Well, I tell you, I sat there and looked at those keys for 3-4 hours just in a trance, trying to figure out, do you leave, admit failure, have a big
fun.
X on your back, everybody knowing you're a failure, or do you try to tough it out? So I thought, well, I barely knew a sofa from a pickup, and I said, I'm going to stay. And I got to tell you, it was 3 of the toughest years of my life.
Yeah. Did you
But,
think about quitting during those 3 years?
10 times a day.
Yeah. What was the turning point that you...
Well, we were able to hire one good employee in 1975, one.
What did he do?
He had some experience. He was 4 years older than I was, and he had experience in the furniture business, and he and I got out there on the sales floor, and in about 90 days, we'd grown our business 50%, and things started to change. And that taught me the value of good people.
Yeah. You still, that's kind of your whole mantra, right?
Good
Surround
people.
yourself with good people.
I tell everybody, without good people, I don't care what business you're in, you will fail if you don't have good people.
Boy, that's such a good word. I think sometimes people just need to be appreciated and know that you care about them, don't they?
You've got to care about them, and you've got to not be afraid to reward them. So many business owners, it's all about them. And they look at these people as they just work for me. It's a partnership, and that word is so overworked. But it truly is, because you're looking at them and they represent your business and your company and the way you think. And if you have good people, they do a great job. But why shouldn't they enjoy a good life? And you don't want all these people changing jobs and moving around and coming and going. Loyalty.
Yeah.
And it is hard to find, but not impossible. We've got people today with us. My executive assistant been with me 43 years.
Really?
Yeah, she's been there. We were just kids when she started.
Yeah.
So
You
a lot of
changed your
people
life.
a lot
You changed both your lives.
Well, trusted employee.
Yeah.
Somebody you really trust. You don't look at them as an employee. You just look at them
Partner.
just kind of an equal.
Yeah.
We don't believe in political agenda, such as a hierarchy. Some companies, you don't talk to these people. You don't say anything to them, but we all stand shoulder to shoulder. And I think that's a good way to run an organization, even today.
Yeah.
That's what we try to do.
54, 55 years. I mean, you've done something right. That's for sure.
Well, we've done a lot of things wrong, but we've been quick to make changes.
You mentioned as we were talking that you lost your father. How old were you when
I
that
was
happened?
19.
19. Wow.
He was killed in a car accident.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, it was pretty devastating.
devastating, wasn't it?
Pretty devastating.
Were you close with your dad? Did that alter the course of
My
your
dad
life?
was a traveling salesman. My mother raised me, really, because my dad left on Monday and would come home Friday.
Okay.
But it's, I've not told this much, but we were playing in the band, and it was a Thursday night, and we played in Kansas, and I got home about 3 o'clock in the morning, and my dad was up. And he said, would you like to go with me in the morning to Cordell? And I said, yeah, wake me up. I'll go with you. Well, that was the morning he was killed. And he didn't wake me up. He just let me sleep. So it was a pretty devastating accident, so it would have got us both.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty devastating at the time.
Yeah. How did you survive that? I mean, what did you do, especially that man figure? I think especially for a young man, you look to your father, to show you how to treat a lady, how to have a business acumen, and really, be a true gentleman. What did you just have to grow up instantly and become that man?
You told yourself, time to grow up. Time to grow up. And because you don't have any brothers or sisters, you really only have one person to talk to, and that's Mom. And of course, there's some things that you love Mom to death, but Mom doesn't relate to.
Yeah.
So that's one thing in business that I really missed, is having somebody that you could really talk to.
Yeah.
Sit down and just tell them the truth, and they would tell you the truth. So, but it's a growing experience. It makes you more aware. Reality becomes something that you really you watch every day, and that's just kind of the way it is. But I don't have any remorse over thinking that I was treated unfairly or bad things happen. Things happen, and you learn to adjust.
Yeah, and it's kind of, if you have that attitude, then, I always think bitterness can defile many, and you don't want even just circumstances that happen to you to not let that root of bitterness fester, because it's like then your family pays for it, your children, your business. I mean, it's like that. That's one thing, just in going through hardships myself, that it was the best advice, is like, don't be bitter, keep your gratefulness.
Don't be bitter, and don't quit. I see so many people that were talented,
Yeah.
but at the first sign of trouble or hardship, they took a left turn.
They bail.
That's right. And if you do that, you're always starting over. And you don't want to do that. You've lost your investment, your time investment. So obviously there's a time, if something just won't work, to do something. But I remember one time in 1973, I had really considered, this is it. Things were bad, things were tough. And I got in my car, it was a cold October morning, drove down to Mathis Brothers on Western, when they were still on Western. Don Mathis, Larry and Bill's dad, was running it, enormously successful.
Yes.
Parked across the street. And I don't know why I did it, but I sat there and I looked across the street, and there sat a white, brand new Eldorado Cadillac. I knew that was Don's. And all of a sudden, Don walked out the door. He didn't see me, but I saw him. Pressed jeans, alligator boots, leather jacket.
He looked the part.
He looked the part. He was the part.
Yeah.
And people going in and coming out. And I remember saying to myself, if he can eat a steak, I can eat a hamburger. I just got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I drove back to the store so motivated and so determined that had a complete change of mind right there.
And isn't it interesting? Your circumstances didn't change.
No.
But your mind changed. That power of the mind, there is something to that, right?
It changes your behavior, your thoughts, the way you conduct yourself, the way you speak, the way others perceive you.
Yeah.
And it was a life-changing event for me. And I've never told Don that story. I've told Larry the story.
Yeah.
And he laughed about it. Of course, Larry's 5 years younger than I am.
Okay.
But it was a true story, but it made such an impression on me.
I love that, and kind of that competitive nature too of like,
Well,
you know, if they can do it, there's room for more. There.
if they can do it to this level,
Yes.
somebody else can do it to a smaller level to grow. And I told Larry one day, that's the thing that I had admired about them. They had Dad to talk to.
Oh yeah.
You could go talk to Dad, and Dad's going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
You might not like it, but he would tell you and maybe save you a lot of heartache and mistakes. So, but again, it was a great learning experience, things you never forget.
Those moments, they are etched in your mind forever.
Oh,
those
they are. They
turning
are.
points.
And sometimes you don't like to think about them, but it makes you, I think the older you get, people always talk, you know, a lot of companies don't want people in their company that are past 65, 70, things like that. And that's okay. But I think that gray hair, that wisdom,
There you go.
the Bible speaks very clearly about it. And I think there's a lot to be learned by listening to people that have been there and done it. And I always seek, even today, I like to talk to other people, get their opinions. And it's tough to talk to people who are older than me, but a lot of our industry people that we've respected have passed away. But there's a lot of bright people out there today if you'll just listen.
Yeah. Always learning.
Always learning.
Like you never arrive. God might as well take you home if you've arrived. And
Well,
you've,
that's right.
you've learned it
That's
all.
right. And I get bored and impatient so quickly.
Yeah.
And I like new stuff, new technology. It interests me, and you see the benefits of it. And we invest heavily in technology.
You have to.
You just have to.
Yeah. It's just a sign of
And
the
because your
times.
people are challenged, they can do so much more for you and themselves. So it's a lot of fun.
You mentioned the Bible, and just I sense that that's important in your life. Was there a time in your life where you just said, "Lord, I trust you," or can you share that with me?
It's been an on and off relationship. There's times that you're closer and times you're farther away. But I think the older you get, the more you see the benefit of saying, look, Lord, you're smarter than I am. You know these things. Why don't I let you do it? And he will. He will guide you if you let him. And a lot of people don't. They think, no, I'm smart. I can
got it
figure it
figured
out
out.
myself. I got it figured out.
Were you baptized though at a later age in life?
Yes.
You were. Can you tell me about that?
Nothing really eventful except it was just something I wanted to do.
Yeah. Get it settled.
Yeah, that's right.
I like that. You know, working 50-something plus years, and, you know, that kind of, you have to have that die-hard mentality. I mean, it does take a toll on you. I mean, it takes a toll on some relationships and things like that.
It does.
To achieve that success, there's always a sacrifice.
That's right.
How do you reconcile now where you are and the sacrifices you had to make along the way?
It cost me a marriage because I was of the mindset at that time, 7 days a week is the answer. Well, not really. Not at all.
Yeah.
Learning your shortcomings and learning how to be smart. A lot of people work hard, but they don't get anything accomplished. And I think when you get to that point, you reach that point. And that's where I was. But my wife, Margaret, we have 3 children. They're all in the business. She has been just a wonderful stabilizing force in my life. And couldn't have made it without her. So we've been married 35 years.
Wow.
And she's the best.
I love that. You know, you mentioned something about that you've been doing this so long, and most people think you never age. I feel like you've been on TV for so long.
Robin will get you with a great doctor that gets you some glasses.
Okay, I saw this deal on TikTok, this young guy saying, Bob Mills, I mean, like, does the guy ever age? And it was just hilarious. And you responded to him on another TikTok. Can you tell me about that whole encounter? I thought it was hilarious.
I really didn't know anything about it.
Okay.
I don't have a TikTok account.
Okay.
But our youngest son, Chris, who takes care of our marketing, called me and said, this guy's on TikTok. And I said, well, that's fine. I'll look at it when I get back. I was on my way to California. And he said, when you get to California, I want you to respond back to him. So I thought, okay, I will. And I didn't think anything about it. I sent the email back, and that was it. And he came down to the store.
Yeah, you sent him a video.
I did.
I love that. You said, come see. He wanted to know what was your fountain of youth. And you said, a good night's sleep and come meet me and I'll tell you more, right?
That's right.
Oh, Bob, this is hilarious. You kind of have to stay relevant. And I just thought it was so brilliant. But yet it didn't surprise me because you really are a man of the people. You love that interaction with people.
Yeah, I do. The best job in our company is shaking hands with customers in all the stores. Yeah. I enjoy doing that.
I love that. I love your partnership with News 9 here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, it's been so much fun, and so many different people through the years, and it's just hard to imagine anybody that could have been better for us than the people at Channel 9, because you all are real people.
I think it's so neat, though, when they do, like, they'll have, like, Bob Mills Weather Center Day on Saturday, come down to the store, they bring the helicopter down there, the trucks down there, and I mean, it is lined up before the doors open. But you're right there, too.
Yeah, I enjoy that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We've got so many great people that help out, as you do. But it just makes it such a good time. Everybody really has a good time, taking pictures and things like that.
Making memories.
That's right.
Do you feel like the American dream is still attainable today? Could someone start like you did and succeed to that level that you have? Bob, you have more than 500 employees, you have stores in 3 states, but is that doable today?
Sure. It's doable today. But there's a couple of ingredients, I think, that you have to have.
What
and
are
we
those?
talked about it
What
earlier.
are they?
Find something you love, not like, you love. And then don't quit. Figure it out. So many people, I think, with our culture today, we have a culture of, we want to make it so easy on everybody. And I don't want to get a complex or things like that. So I'll just quit this and go do something else. But there's so many talented people out there that can still make it and make it big. Look at what they're doing in AI today. Yeah. These kids start with nothing, just an idea, and it really works. But stay with it.
I love that. I always wonder because, you just think financially, just to go get a loan to start a business, and just it seems like the hurdles might be a little bit different than when you started way back when.
You're right. They are. They're different hurdles, but it's doable. If you want it bad enough, you will figure it out.
How long did it take you to pay your mom back that $25,000?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I'd like to think I paid my mother back 10 times. But because my mother lived till she was 92.
Really?
She did. But she used to always come down to the store, and she'd always look at me in a loving way, but say, well, this is all fine, but just remember, you wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for me.
She reminded you
and
of
she's
it.
right. She's right. Mom, you're right. No reason to take issue with that.
Man, isn't it great to have a mom, though, that is your biggest cheerleader?
Well, it was. It really was, because she had a different way of complimenting you. She didn't spend a lot of time telling you how wonderful you are. she spent a lot of time just saying, "Now, you can do this, you need to do that," and giving you good advice. It's amazing how smart she got in just a few years.
Yeah, and the older you get, the more you realize how smart your parents were.
Oh, that's exactly
And then
right.
when you have kids, you apologize to your parents for everything you ever did wrong, you know.
Well, boy, there was a bunch. There was a lot of stuff.
Your children are in the business and following your footsteps. How is that working with your grown children?
It's wonderful. They all started at a very young age, and they started in the warehouse. Our daughter, who is a Tuesday, which is an ASID designer now, she started as a cashier. And Chris started in the warehouse, and Brian, who's our oldest, and he's our chief operating officer, he started in the warehouse. So they got the respect of the people. And
You didn't put them right in there in the C-suite, huh?
no, it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. If you don't have respect of your people, the formula doesn't work. To me, it's all about respect. We can disagree as long as we have a respectful disagreement.
But it's kind of that grit of starting at the bottom.
It is.
And I mean, I don't know, I just feel like that's, my dad, he was military, and he would always say, we had horses, and we barrel raced and play date and did all that, but I can remember, you know, one Friday I wanted to go out with some friends, and he said, well, you can't go. And I was like, why? And he's like, we haven't cleaned your saddle. And I was like, well, it's not that dirty. And he's like, it doesn't matter. You got to clean your saddle because you're going to be riding tomorrow. And I thought,
right.
I was so mad at him.
Oh, sure.
You know, but now I look at it, and when you have children, then it's like you try to impart that wisdom, and sometimes they receive it and sometimes they don't. But that seems like such a blessing for you to have all three of your grown kids, you know, wanting to be a part of your world.
Well, the thing that I'm so lucky, and I think the rest of the company's so lucky about, they all get along.
Nice.
They get along. There's no there's no arguments, and there's no just total disagreement and this and that. Families disagree.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Love hard, fight hard.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But we all make a decision and come together and go forward.
You know, obviously you're very successful. Did money change you, or how did it not change you?
Well, obviously, when you've seen, you're staring right in the face of disaster, to not having to worry about buy groceries, it's a different change. But to me, it's more about the game. It's at this point, it's a game. I really enjoy the game. I go to work every morning. I get to go to work. I really get to go to work. A lot of people dread it.
Yeah. You changed your mindset.
I don't want to say I don't have to go to work, because if I didn't go to work, I can't imagine what I'd do. I don't mind telling you, I own a set of golf clubs, but I don't play golf.
Yeah.
I don't hunt, don't fish, don't have a boat.
But you do what you love.
Not a card player,
Yeah.
but I enjoy this. This is a great game.
I love it.
Yeah.
You are such an inspiration. And what I love about just even visiting with you is that you're one, easy to talk to, but I think you keep it real. And I think that's such a gift that, you know, when you've been blessed with so much, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that, but it seems like you've been able to stay true to that point of entry for you was like, don't quit. And I think that is such an inspiration, and I hope that you give people hope that anything really is attainable.
It is attainable, but again, there's a few basic principles that it's not calculus. It's just find what you love, and that's what motivates you to get innovative, creative, and put that determination in, and you'll figure it out.
And surround yourself with some
That's
really
right.
good people.
Great people.
Yeah.
That's it. You must have good people. If you don't, it won't work.
It's a great story for all of us. Bob Mills, you are iconic. in Oklahoma.
Well,
And just so blessed to even have this conversation with you today.
well, I've enjoyed it. I really have. We've gone into some depths, some things I hadn't thought about in a long time.
Yeah, and that's okay.
That's okay.
It is.
That's right.
Because, you know, there might be other people who need encouragement in a tough time. And I always think that, you know, sometimes people would see, you know, you're on TV, you appear to be so successful, life must be perfect, and that there's, even today, no hard times for you. And,
Not so.
And it doesn't discriminate. Hard times don't discriminate,
They do not discriminate. Not so. Not so. We all have those moments at 3 o'clock in the morning you wake up scared out of your mind.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great lesson. It keeps you grounded.
Yeah, humble.
It keeps you very humble. And I've spoken around at different venues and things, and I've had people that have reached out and say, tell me about this, tell me about that. And it is fun to try to help somebody. I think when you stop helping people, that's when it's time to turn the page.
Yeah.
It's all about helping others.
Yeah. And boy, don't they, I think when people have helped me when I was down and out, it makes me want to do it even more for someone else.
Well,
You can't outgive that.
the satisfaction that you get of seeing somebody enjoying a change of life.
Yeah.
They came with one thing, and now everything is just, they're doing so well. And you feel like you had just a little bitty part to do with it.
Yeah, part of the blessing
That's
along
right.
the journey.
That's exactly right.
Bob, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bless
I've enjoyed
you.
it.
Really, we really appreciate you being
Okay,
here with
that's
us
great.
today.